I think it's fair to say that White Forest has been a bit of a disappointment. It didn't quite manage to break into the format on release, and other decks used the support that seemed meant for it better than it did. But now, with new support for White Forest as well as Azamina on the way, it seems like Konami is out to fix this issue, and it all begins with our first card that ties both archetypes together, Azamina LZ of the White Forest. This level 2 illusion comes with 3 effects, all of which are pretty great. Firstly, it can reveal itself in the hand to special summon a White Forest or Azamina monster from your hand, making it a great extender. Secondly, it can fusion summon an Azamina monster using materials from your hand or field, finally allowing us to access Azamina through a White Forest combo without relying on external support. Now both of these are already great effects, but it also comes with a third, allowing us to search for a simple spells card if it descended the graveyard as a synchro material. This allows us to search for a ton of useful cards, but particularly useful are Wanted, Deception, and Sorceress, which now has a real use as an extender. But that's not all, as we also got a new addition to the lineup, Sinful Spells of the White Forest, a new quick play spell that if we control a Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster monster, allows us to either special summon an Illusion or Spellcaster monster from our hand, or fusion summon a fusion monster using materials from our hand or field. It even comes with the standard White Forest effect that set itself if sent to the graveyard for the cost of a monster effect. Honestly, there's not much to say about this card, it's just a useful fusion spell that's highly searchable due to being both a Sinful Spells as well as a White Forest card. Now you may have missed it, but White Forest also got a new trap. Azamina Unleashing is a normal trap that is always treated as a White Forest card, even coming with the standard White Forest effect to set itself. When activated, it allows us to target cards on the field up to the number of Fiend, Illusion, and Spellcaster, Fusion, and Synchro monsters we control or in our graveyard to return to the hand. While Azamina Unleashing may seem a little difficult to set up, it's actually easier than you might think, and we can often bounce upwards of 3 cards with it, making this just a powerful interruption that we're always happy to have. With all this talk about fusion monsters, of course we have to talk about our new one. The new boss monster of Azamina, Saint Azamina. This level 10 illusion fusion monster requires level 6 or higher fusion monster and a level 6 or higher synchro monster to fusion summon, meaning either way you choose to summon her, it'll be quite a commitment. But if you do get her out, she's definitely worth the effort, preventing your opponent from targeting not only herself, but also cards they have in their field, graveyard, or banishment. And for some reason, she also makes your opponent take any battle damage you would have taken instead. Admittedly, this is a pretty strange floodgate effect that doesn't always come up, but when it does, it does. Her second effect, on the other hand, is always useful. If Saint Azamina is fusion summoned this turn, you can activate its quick effect to special summon a level 9 or lower Azamina monster from your deck or extra deck. This is an extremely powerful and flexible effect, allowing us to summon Sylvia for an Omni Negate, Risalago for a search, or even more Regina, which can special summon any illusion monster from our graveyard, including the Diabell you may have used as fusion material. Make no mistake, Saint Azamina is an extremely powerful and unconventional boss monster, and with the help of the new support, it's surprisingly easy to summon, which means that finally, White Forest and Azamina are the cohesive strategy they were always meant to be. This is a standard combo requiring Estella as well as any spell or trap. We begin by normal summoning her, activating her effect to special summon Sylvie from our deck, which will then suggest a copy of Tales of the White Forest. We synchro summon Risela, activating her effect to send Tales of the White Forest to the graveyard to search a card, as well as the effect of Estella in our graveyard to special summon herself, searching for Azamina Unleashing. From here, we activate Tales of the White Forest to set itself, and we immediately activate it to search for LZ. Now we can go ahead and synchro summon Diabell, activating an effect to add a spell or trap from our graveyard to our hand. We activate LZ, sending Azamina Unleashing from our hand to our graveyard to special summon herself and search for a copy of Azamina LZ. Now we set Azamina Unleashing from our graveyard. From here we activate Azamina LZ's effect in hand to special summon herself, before activating an effect on field to fusion summoning Risalago, activating its effect to search for a copy of Wanted, which will immediately activate to search for a copy of Diabell Star. We special summon Diabell Star by sending a card from our hand to the graveyard, activating an effect to set Deception from our deck. From here we activate it, tributing Diabell Star to add a copy of the Hallowed Azamina from our deck to our hand. We then activate it, sending Deception to the graveyard to special summon Sylvia. From here we can go ahead and special summon Sylvie by returning Risela to the extra deck, before synchro summoning Risela again, activating Azamina LZ to search for Sinful Spells of the White Forest. Lastly, we activate Sinful Spells of the White Forest to fusion summon Saint Azamina, which we then activate to special summon more Regina from our extra deck. which we then activate to special summon Diabel from our graveyard. From here, we can banish Wonder from the graveyard to place sinful spells of the White Forest on the bottom of our deck, as well as draw a card, and return Hallowed Azamina from the graveyard to our hand by shuffling Risilago back into the extra deck. And lastly, during the end phase, we can set Deception from our graveyard. This combo requires Sylvie and any spell or trap. We begin by normal summoning Sylvie, searching for Tales of the White Forest, which we then activate to search for Azamina LZ. Activating Azamina LZ, she special summons herself from the hand and will synchro summon the Ristella. Activating her and Azamina LZ, searching for LZ and Susurrus respectively. Now we activate LZ, sending Susurrus to the graveyard to special summon herself and search for Rusia. Susurrus sets itself for the graveyard, then will special summon Rusia from our hand, activating an effect to send Susurrus to the graveyard to draw a card. Now we synchro summon Diabel, adding Susurrus from our graveyard back to our hand. We then activate it, returning Rusia to our hand to special summon Azamina LZ from our graveyard. From here, we activate Azamina LZ to fusion summon Risilago, and like before, she'll search for Wanted, which we then activate to search for Diabel Star. Once again, we summon Diabel Star by sending a card from our hand to the graveyard, and activate the effect to send Deception from our deck. We'll activate Deception, tributing Diabel Star, this time searching for Azamina Unleashing. From here, we special summon Sylvie from our graveyard by returning Ristella from our graveyard to the extra deck, and use it to synchro summon Muddy Mud Dragon. We activate Muddy Mud Dragon's effect, allowing us to fusion summon Saint Azamina. This effect will activate to summon Moa Regina, which we then activate to special summon the Diabel from our graveyard. Now we can set the Azamina Unleashing and go ahead and banish the Wanta from our graveyard, putting Susurrus on the bottom of our deck to draw a card. And that's the new version of White Forest Azamina, definitely stronger and more cohesive than before, and there's still a lot to experiment with. You could end with level 10 synchros like Baron, use cards like Cross Sheep and Celine to climb into Link Force like Appaloosa, or even run cards like Albion to fusion summon Dragoon. Not to mention the different sinful spells that you may consider running. While I still don't think the deck has quite what it takes to be a top contender in the current format, it's definitely a competent deck that can hold its own, and I'm sure that someone will figure out something that I've missed.